Man up, toughen up, don't talk about it. Some of the phrases commonly associated with the term toxic masculinity to describe the behaviour of young men and boys. But now there's an effort to introduce positive masculinity.
Researchers hope that by looking at how younger men deal with their emotions and the concept of masculinity, it can help prevent poor mental health and reduce criminal offences. Vanessa Taff has more.
These 16-year-old friends have been working to tackle the negative stereotypes about being a young Scottish man.
Being the man of the house is quite scary, and you're not allowed to cry. That one's quite you'd have not crying in front of friends. You're not supposed to cry. Be strong. Don't show emotions.
I feel I'm much more confident in asking people not to put down men for how they feel, because I've been through stuff. I know how it feels to have nobody there for you. Now I know that all my friends will if I've got a problem I can go talk to my friends, but I never used to feel like that.
Suicide is the biggest killer of men under 45, with those from deprived areas 10 times more likely to end their life. Men make up 95% of the prison population, while 75% of the victims of crime are men. Those who've worked in Scottish prisons want better support at a younger age to help reduce the number of men who end up in jail.
My experience of discussion with some of the young men in Parliament is that they're often quite confused about that. On the one hand, they're told to be strong and protective, and on the other hand, they've not to be controlling. So having a safe space where they can discuss these things much earlier in life, and not just with boys, but with girls and young people from the LGBT community, it's really important that we have that collective discussion.
Pilots in Dundee, Shetland and Glasgow have led to a project promoting positive masculinity.
We want to make positive masculinity a thing. So this toolkit is all about making that really easy. So in that toolkit there's activities, there's evidence, we evidence the case for doing it. There's activities for starting conversations with young people.
The project also encourages giving young men positive influences.
I was born in 1970. My dad was the guy that went out to work. My mum stayed at home. That world doesn't exist anymore, and probably rightly so. I have 2 young boys in the house. I've got a daughter, and so how do I support them, advise them, enable them in a world that's not my world that I grew up in? So very much the Imagine a Man is around reframing and helping frame how young men think about themselves, young men's roles in their community.
Researchers hope with funding, the project can transform the way young men are considered in society. Vanessa Taff, STV News.